Hey everyone, I wanted to jump on and just share a little bit about a conversation that I just had with my husband. We were talking about discernment and how to navigate in this world when there's all this polarization, all these energies that are driving different sides and separation between people, and how do we navigate and discern the truth and what is the truth, because whatever side you're on, you can find facts to support your side versus the other side. And I guess most commonly this would be what I'm talking about is around, like all this COVID stuff, this vaccine stuff, and just navigating the truth of what is happening. And this also just goes to like everything. It's like, what is the truth about anything? We're talking about how different generations, like there's all these different layers of generations, and our parents and grandparents, they were brought up believing certain things and given certain patterns and frameworks of life and how they move through life based on those beliefs that go along with that framework. And my generation, I was born in 1980, so I have, a certain set of beliefs that kind of generally my generation sort of grew up with, and experiences that we grew up with pre-internet, versus millennials who all they know is internet and social media. And so there's all these different layers that are contributing to people's reality and people's experience and how they navigate through life and what they believe in life and how they discern. And it's really interesting to think about, like, what if everything that you believe is not true? Then what? I had these one teachers, Kimberly Hercart, I think I'm pronouncing her last name correctly, and Daniel Goodenough. And they used to say, shatter your beliefs on the rock of truth. And I've always loved that statement. And I've resonated a lot with that. It's like, we hold on to these truths as to what we believe, and it becomes law for our life. And when we see other people who have different beliefs, oftentimes, whether we're conscious of it or not, there's this layer of judgment that we have towards that person, that belief, that situation, experience, what have you. And it's interesting to start looking at, like, okay, so what do I believe? And what if I believe the opposite? Like, what if what I believe actually isn't true? And how do I know that what I believe is true? How do my beliefs around certain situations, the lockdowns with the government, like all this stuff, passports, like all this stuff, how do we know that that's true or not? Or like what our beliefs are. Like, how do we know what the right thing is? Like, there's so much information out there, and the way that media and social media, the algorithms and everything work, is it actually works to feed you more of the information that you're going to pay more attention to. So if you're going to read an article on one side and you spend 10 minutes on that article, and then another article pops up and you only just scroll past it, they're not going to send you more of that other article. So we are purposely, through the algorithms, delivered information to support our truth, to support our beliefs. So it's really hard to navigate what is true. I mean, this is something that I've really been sitting with for many months, and I haven't really shared about it. I don't know why, I just haven't, but I don't know, I just really thought that maybe somebody out there is thinking the same thing, or wondering the same thing, and I don't care what you believe. I'm not even going to say what I believe per se, because I don't even know if it's true. I don't even know what the truth is. Like, where, I think there's like bits of truth in everything, but I don't know what that bit of truth is, because there's so much, you know, and I have intuition and I have my inner guidance, and I feel like I know what my truth is around all these things. But like, is it? I don't know. It could be totally, totally wrong. And so my husband and I were talking about this, and we were talking about this concept of discernment and like navigating in this world, because like literally everything in this world, like our society, everything, how it's all set up is kind of really set up to fail. Like the way I see it, it's like, don't want to sound super negative, but I'm not like, I don't know, we have a lot of systemic problems. Like almost everywhere I look in society, I'm like, we got some shit to sort out here. And not that I have the answers. I definitely don't have the answers. There's a lot of question marks. And so, you know, we were taking a step back and we're like, okay, so what is our truth? What is the truth? And the only truths that we could find were in the moment. You know, it's like, I know the sun is shining. That's true. In this moment, in my reality, I know that I love my husband. I know that, you know, I'm at my in-laws right now. We're visiting for the holidays. I know that I miss my dog. I know that I have a full stomach because I just had the most amazing Thai food. I know things in this moment. I know like the way my hair feels. I know the texture of my clothes. Like this moment. I know that I feel this longing to connect with you guys more. I know that I'm questioning a lot, and everything that I think we can, I don't know, this is just an idea, but it's just like, maybe the only thing that we know is the present moment. And this is all, the whole reason that we're all experiencing all of this is to push us into this present moment and be here now and experience presence more, and stop focusing on the past, stop focusing on the future. Even 5 minutes from now, that's the future, even focusing a minute from now. But really, maybe the whole point of everything that's happening right now is to bring us into this moment. You know, I know that I'm really called to Eckhart Tolle right now and Ram Dass, and those beings, I know Ram Dass has passed on now, but he's still a being, he's still energy. And actually, I don't even want to say he, it's still an energy. But I'm really called to Eckhart Tolle right now, and I've been interested in him, and I followed his work for a number of years. I've seen him talk, but right now, for the last few months, I've been really like drawn to his work, and he's all about presence and all about the now. And I'm like, maybe there's something to that. Maybe that's part of like this whole divine plan, because I do believe there is one, and I just don't know what the greater picture is. And you know, I'm very much a joy being, and I'm just like, why can't we all just love each other? Why can't we all just get along? Why can't we all just lead with compassion? That's always like what I want. I always want to connect from heart space to other people and live from that place. And that is like the exact opposite of like where people are living right now. And so for me, that's like really difficult to witness. And so I have this I guess judgment of like, it's bad, then it's bad because we're not leading with our hearts, we're not connecting, we're not compassionate, we're not allowing other people to have differences without really judging them harshly. And I think that's really like, that is so against like my being. And you know, I have to sit back and be like, well, what do I know? I don't know what the bigger picture is. And so we were like, what could a potential silver lining be in all of this? And, you know, we kind of were like, it's the now, it's the present. It's like what you know now. It's like, that's all we have. That's all we have is this present moment. And whoever we're with in this moment, however we're feeling, honoring that feeling in this moment. Because you know I've spent a lot of time thinking and in my logical mind trying to understand, trying to come up with solutions, trying to think my way and figure things out in my head, versus like dropping into my heart and just being here in the present moment with myself, whether it's just me alone or whether I'm with friends or family or my husband or my dog, just being here now in the present. That's what I know. That's the only truth that I know in any given moment is what is happening, what I'm experiencing in that present moment. And maybe that's the whole point of everything, is this is just an exercise that humanity is going through to bring us into deeper states of presence and deeper states of tuning into ourselves, into our hearts, into our souls, into our higher selves, more than we ever have before. Because I know for me, when I'm doing that, there feels like, this might sound cheesy, but it feels like this like coming home in a sense, and it almost makes me emotional to like just feel into now and connecting with myself now or the people I'm with now. But clearly I'm in a room by myself. So I don't know. I just wanted to share that. I wanted to get your thoughts. What are your thoughts on all of this? How are you navigating? How do you discern what your truth is? That's kind of what I'm doing right now, is just that presence piece, that now piece. And, knowing that I don't know what the truth is, knowing that perhaps everything I believe could be horseshit and completely wrong. And that's okay. That's okay, because in this now moment, I have everything I need. And maybe that's the whole point of this whole clusterfuck that humanity is in, this whole hot mess. Yeah. So anyways, that's what I got for you. Let me know your thoughts. I want to be more intentional about connecting with your hearts more. I'm going to do another video about that because I don't want to ramble too long here. But yeah, there's some shifts that I'm really excited about that I'm going to start sharing with you, and why I'm going to be doing that. So stay tuned for that. And I'm wishing you and your loved ones a beautiful now moment wherever you are, and sending you a whole ton of love.